Okay, my top tips for selling your house and getting ready for a viewing. 1, we love our pets, but not everybody does, and sometimes they can be a bit smelly. So let's put them outside, arrange to have them taken for a walk, drop them off at a friend's house. Don't have them in the house. Children, a bit like animals. Some people love them, some people don't, unfortunately. So if you can get rid of those out the house, perfect. Get rid of them as well. Tidy up. There's so many vendors who miss this trick and their houses look cluttered and messy, and immediately buyers, when they see the house, think, this house is difficult to look after, the owners can't do it. We're trying to present your property in the best possible light, so please always tidy up. Gardens, always make the gardens look as though they're easy to look after. Even if you've got the most complicated, capable brown landscape garden, make it look easy. Tip 4, make sure there's no nasty odours, make sure all the bathrooms are clean, make sure the house smells nice and is well aired. Some of our children, teenagers particularly, have a reputation for it. Smelly bedrooms, open the windows, get that fresh air in there. Always make sure your house looks light and bright. Get strategic lighting into the corners of the rooms which are typically dark, but don't go overboard. Don't make it look like the Blackpool illuminations with lights on everywhere. People need to see that there's still a good amount of natural light comes into your property. Make sure you open all those curtains and get all that lovely daylight in. If there are any irregularities with your boundaries or with your title, make sure the agent completely understands what they are, and if there is something that can be sorted out prior to sell, get it sorted. You do not need that complication once you're in solicitor's hands, because it will take time, and time means that deals fall through. Some vendors are very comfortable with doing their own viewings, which is fine, that's fantastic. Usually it's better to get the agent to do the first viewing, at the very least, because then the buyer will be a lot more honest with the agents, and anything which may be a bit personal which they object to about your property, they'll be more inclined to tell the agent than they will you as the owner. However, second viewing, and when they're on the hook, it's always good for the vendor to be around to answer any of those slightly more complicated questions which perhaps the agent doesn't have the background knowledge for. If you have a driveway to your property, try and make it look as sparse as possible for vehicles, i.e. park your car at your neighbour's house, at your mum's house, at someone else's house, but make sure your driveway is nice and clear for when your purchaser comes to visit, they can park their car on the driveway outside the house. It helps sell the dream for them as well, because then they can see their own possessions at your property and how well it suits them.